Okay, I'm not sure what happened to the previous recording, but I'm hoping this one's working. Apparently, OBS just stopped responding. But I didn't even know it was happening. Like, I was still seeing things, I was, like, still seeing responses and stuff. And I, like, tried to tab into OBS when you said stream dead. I was like, what? What's wrong? Well, it looks like we're fine now. I'm worried about the recording, because I had to end process for the old OBS. And I'd be quite upset if I lost the recording for that first half. There's already have to be 2 videos. OBS moment? Yeah, they happen. Fire, burn higher. Fort Carmala. How much of a fort? How'd this zombie get up here? Positive side, I can post a video. Yeah, in theory. Actually, you know what? If anything goes wrong, I might be able to download. Like, if there's something wrong with it, I could download it off Twitch, and it would still be okay. Unless Twitch decides to DMCA block this. You know, let's explore this fort for the fuck of it. Dead treasure hunter. Got a ring on him.
Always skirting around in the shadows.
What? Tommy already? That's interesting. You use your right hand to cast if you have a bow. Oh, vampires. Oh, great. That's fucking nice. Owie. Well, I caught vampirism. I know to take vampire dust, at least, for that quest eventually. Where's the other one? The dead treasure hunter. Where's the other vampire I killed? There was 2 of them. There he is, the bard. Did I just steal from someone's bed? Do they sleep in coffins? Well, that person wasn't sleeping in that coffin. Found a rib cage and some clothes. I did not even see a trap trigger there. Actually, still don't. Are these just firing at random intervals? They have rats in a cage. I don't get the feeling I should be letting them out. Vampire Sorcerer. Ooh. Why did it switch to that? I don't know why it keeps switching when I'm not pressing anything to do it. Vampire Matriarch. I feel like these vampires don't know how to be vampires. They kind of just put on stuff and then... But they became vampires and then just kept doing how they normally do. Shadow Banish Wine. Night Eye for 4 minutes. Drain Agility 10 points for, and Intelligence for 10 minutes. I think I'm fine. Purloined Shadows. Guess I gotta look up what that does. If it does anything. I don't know if books do anything in this game. I assume they do, because they do in Morrowind and Skyrim. If it's in both of those, I assume it's in Oblivion as well. I need to get a disease cured soonish. Rather not be a vampire in this game where being a vampire completely sucked.
Who's there? Hello? Who's there? Hello? Who's there?
What? What do you mean I'm detected? Ow. We're not in the same room, and they can see me anyway?
Blood! I need your blood!
Played as a vampire for a while, it was alright. I mean, if you don't mind burning in the sun and people attacking you on sight. You can see- oh! Invisible.
Come.
They just stay well fed? Well, in that case, you're not really getting the benefits of it either. It's a lot of effort to get less benefits. Of course, the alternative is the way Skyrim did it, where why would you ever bother feeding?
The best you can
What apparel broke that fast? My rough leather. Fair enough. Now repair items when enemies are nearby. Why? So there's some nice stat buffs, which are decent in the early game. Falls off after you level up a bit. Yeah, I can imagine. On account of being in sunlight makes you die very fast. I do not understand the stealth in this game. Enemies are blatantly just seeing through walls to detect me here. Nerevar trying to jack off while Almalexia is in the room. What? Would repair your weapon be a euphemism for... Why are you bringing that up? They remove Springtrap from Dead by Day. They haven't even added him all the way yet, have they? I don't think he's even been properly released yet. Why would they remove him already? He's in the game? Yeah, I wasn't sure if it released yet or not. I knew he was announced. I don't know. I don't play Dead by Daylight. You get it? You cannot do this while enemies are near. I mean, you think of Nerevar trying to sleep in the same bed as Almalexia. Alright. Oh, hey, a burning corpse. I wonder who made that. Enough time has passed, we need him gone. It's been like 6 minutes. Oh, it's all the rap. I'm aware something broke, game. Destruction increased, and I'm ready to level. Cool. I'll just go to that bed out there and do that. Ow, forgot about that. Actually, using that bed seems a poor decision. 1 hour won't turn me into a vampire. Send it level 2. Realize that all your life you've been coasting along, as if you were in a dream. Suddenly facing the trials of the last few days, you've come alive. Okay, you're only allowed 1 point in luck every level. It's interesting. You get... Probably the fastest thing to do would be 4 into 2 of them, and then 1 into luck. And my intelligence for more magic. And then 1 point of luck. I think that's a good way to do that. Now, to be honest, I'm gonna go here to get my friggin' vampirism cleaned off before I turn into one and make the game less fun for myself. I assume I can still just go to the temple and pray the suck away. I know IRL praying away the suck doesn't work, but...
Ah, how quaint. How do you do?
What's going on with you?
I ran across a couple
This
of
is not the correct type of temple.
Annoying creatures.
Let me just... There's no shrine you can pray at in the Imperial capital? That's really fucking stupid. Alright, then where's a shrine I can pray at? Literally anywhere. So that I can not turn into a vampire, like, 2 hours into the game. But they have an entire temple district, but no shrines in it. Any city but Anvil. Really didn't want to just go straight to a city I haven't been to before. And I wanted to try to play this natural, but sure. Now, where's the goddamn I guess I could ask a guard for directions, maybe?
State your business.
Yeah,
What are you looking
directions?
for?
Services?
The smith, alchemist, and general trader are centrally located inside the north walls.
That's not
What are you
what I
looking
meant.
for?
Landmark?
The castle is on a hill outside the walls, south of town. Shops and guilds are mostly inside the north walls, while the chapel,
Okay,
homes,
chapel.
and one inn are inside the south walls.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Bye.
South walls. Alright. Why does he say it like that? So haltingly. Who can say? This looks fairly chapel-like. Where's the entrance to it? Great Chapel of Julianos.
Greetings to you.
How fare thee, friend?
Through faith, your afflictions are banished. Like... Wow, my repair skill is terrible. Faith in heathen gods? Faith is a strong word. Man, I should have picked repair as a major. No, faith isn't the one true Todd. This character is largely ignorant of the gods. They kind of made him and just plopped him in the middle of a jail cell. They gave him basic knowledge, but they didn't bother inventing a backstory for him. He's not sure how to take that part. I don't think he's realized it yet either. His only shrine is with his avatar in Hawkhaven. You guys need some help with these? I'll crush them down for you. Oop. It has simply been willed into being. Yep. It's like Uriel said. The gods placed him there. Even asked, why am I in prison? Yeah. Loud.
Hi there.
Yeah, hi, hello. Doors always have incredible items to barter with a master of mercantile. Yeah. Pretty sure the church bells are new? I'd bet on it. Yeah.
Hello there.
How goes it?
How goes it?
Go ahead.
I know there's a lot of you here, but I don't want to talk to any of you. Please go away. Just burn you till you're gone. Apparently a cave in the way of where I'm going. How interesting. I can't tell. Does stamina drain slower when running? Or refill slower when running? I think it might. Lying, it does have a cost, just not as high as your natural regen anymore. It does? Alright then. Rasava Camp. Who's camping here? Not the spell I thought I had. Come on, doggy. Don't do this. Look what you made me do. Real question is, do I care? That is a question. What were we talking about? I actually don't remember. That's not the stream jittering on you. That's the game. I'm probably gonna have to turn down settings. I did, like, first time installation right before I started. Actually, let me look. There. That won't look any different for any of you, but for me, that should help. I only stream and record in 30 FPS anyway. I know it's not great, but I just don't have a good GPU. It was great when I got it, now it's not. I think it's technically 3 gens out of date now. Because it's a 2090 and now they're on the 50 series. Granted, the 50s are apparently not really any better than the 40s. Here for you more than the game anyway. I figured. Well, Quilla isn't. Quilla's here more for the game than me. 40s weren't much better than the 30s. Make it 6 gens better then. I might need to turn stuff down even more with how much jitter it gets when I have to load into a new area. NVIDIA is an AI company after all. Well, now they are. I heard the, oh man, I have it written down somewhere. One that's probably about as good as the 4090, but doesn't cost as much. Well, the part where John Oblivion said it's remastering time and remastered Oblivion. Thanks, Gording Nat. Yes? The fuck is this? I'm gonna make GPUs and make AI and resell the 30 series with AI upscaling so I can handle more demanding games. The fuck? What do you mean I can't unequip it? I don't want it. Less VRAM, because we don't need VRAM, right? Games don't use VRAM. Yeah, I did notice that basically everything has less VRAM than the 2090, which I was like, oh, which made actually my choices for upgrading it very limited. Oh, the part where Jusk is at what? Didn't know who he was all over the place. The fuck are you talking about? Yeah, like, I have very limited options for improving this. A gate to Oblivion. Well, thanks for spoiling that game. I didn't know Oblivion was gonna be involved. What? I'm asking what the hell you just said, Green Ghost. Josuke said what and didn't know who he was all over the place. You talking about Part 8? Does that have to do with anything? Or Part 4? No, Part 4 Josuke knew who he was. Really hate allies.
Stand back, civilian. This is no place for you. Get back to the encampment at once.
What the fuck happened here?
We lost the damn city. That's what happened.
Don't take it out on me.
Too fast. We were overwhelmed.
First exited the Imperial prison attic, looked for an Oblivion gate visually loaded in before it was supposed to.
Some made it to the chapel, but others were just
wasn't accessible and you couldn't go to it.
The Count and his men
It was weird.
still
Yeah, that
holed
is
up in
odd.
the castle. And now we can't even get back into the city to help them. With that damned Oblivion gate blocking the way.
You know you can just walk around it. It has an edge on the left and right side. What are you gonna do?
The only thing we can do. We'll try to hold our ground, that's what. If we can't hold this barricade, those beasts could march right down and overrun the encampment. I have to try and protect the few civilians that are left. It's all I can do now.
You know, is the guy named Martin in the encampment?
You mean the priest? Last I saw him, he was leading a
Nothing
group
really
towards the
creepy
chapel
about
of Akatosh.
Savlian's face.
If he's lucky, he's trapped in there with the rest of them.
I don't see it.
At least safe for the moment. If he's not.
The hell is this thing anyway?
Some kind of portal to Oblivion. The enemy
I
used
guess
them
it
to
quite
attack
literally
the city. They appeared
is. Well, I
outside
suppose
the
what the
walls
hell
and
is the
Daedra
correct
poured out.
question?
They've opened one right in front of the city gates. Until that gate is closed, the best I can do is try to hold these barricades. You want to help? You're kidding, right?
Kinda.
If you're serious, maybe I can put you to use. It'll likely mean your death, though. Are you sure?
The only way to advance the story is to be heroic, so I guess this character's heroic, unlike Ngoth, who is more like, alright.
I don't know how to close this gate, but it must be
No,
possible,
just pranking
because
you,
the
bro.
enemy closed the ones they opened during the initial attack. You can see the marks on the ground where they were, with the great gate right in the middle. I sent men into the gate to see if they could find a way to shut it.
Good luck with the Hellgate.
They haven't come back. If you can get in there, find out what happened.
I'm gonna
to them.
pray for
If
absolution.
they're alive, help
Wait,
them finish the job. If not,
I don't think he's that prayer
see what
happy.
you can do on your own. The best I can say is
The gods made him a yes
you make it
man,
back alive,
but
we'll be waiting for you.
they forgot to make him actually faithful.
Good luck. It's a brave thing you're doing.
And he already thinks that was a poor decision on their part. How can we get into the city beyond this Oblivion gate? There's a problem with Oblivion. Most of it demands you to be a heroic character. Yeah. So the Dragonborn, you have to turn psychotic for a while, and stupid, really stupid. I'll need to take a more critical look at the plot line of that. I don't recall that part of being the Dragonborn. Oh, the Dark Brotherhood? Well, oh, that's what you meant. Oh, yeah. More like the Dork Brotherhood. Yeah, don't you guys all want to be evil Catholics? I found this thing lying around. Who wants to die to it? Fuck you mean heavy armor increased? I'm not wearing any heavy armor. Change weapons. I'm not changing weapons. Okay, I've visually taken it off, but I can't literally take it off. What I really hate is Emil actually decided to put really obvious hints when they— yeah, no, they're blatantly— it's the most obvious thing ever. You'd have to actually, in real life, not be paying attention to not notice. I mean, the phase of the twist, but does not make it possible for your character to acknowledge it. Yeah. And then he still has characters insult you for not noticing, even though you very obviously would have. Okay, most of my armor's broken, and I'm out of repair hammers. Why did he pull that out? I guess it just wore off and it auto-equipped. I feel like armor breaks down way faster in this game.
What's it like out there? We were beginning to fear we were the only survivors.
Martin here? Any chance?
Brother Martin? Yes, he's right over there. He led a group of us here during the confusion of the attack. We owe him our lives. Farewell.
Neat. I think the game really didn't want me to do this. Like, they want you to go into the Oblivion Gate to close it. And I was just like... I literally said out loud before I went through, I was like... You know, you can just walk around it. Like, I understand you guys can't go in to check. Because you're kind of busy right here. But, you could 100% walk around the Oblivion Gate if you really wanted to.
Have you brought
how's it
help?
going?
We've been trapped here since the Daedra overran the city.
Hey, how's it going? Emperor told me to find you.
The Emperor is dead.
Yeah, I
Why?
fucking noticed.
What do you really want with me?
Martin, right? The priest?
Yes, I'm a priest. Do you need a priest? I don't think I'll be much help to you. I'm having trouble understanding the gods right now.
I've
If all
never
this is
understood
part of a
anything.
divine plan, I'm not sure I want to have anything to do with it.
Yeah, I guess he learned from the same light-speed messenger as Joffrey. To be fair, if you commit a crime, every guard in the entire world knows about it right away, so it's consistent, if not logical. Yeah, through an Oblivion Gate that the guards were too stupid to walk around. How the hell did he hear about it? Gods or not, need your help.
If you came to me for help, you're more of a fool than you look. Look around. What good is a priest?
Did no one tell you this part?
Emperor Uriel Septon. You think the Emperor is my father?
You think
No,
he's
you
not?
must have the wrong man. I am a priest of Akatosh. My father was a farmer.
Daedra came, hit the Emperor, knew you were in danger. I have no proof for this. Did I actually, like, skip doing it
You
by
spoke to the
walking
Emperor
around?
before he died? And he told you to find me?
I did not say that. Why would I lie? Hey, not very, unless it's Judas Priest. Could use some tunes to motivate us to beat back the hordes of Oblivion. The only person to go around the gate, but he ran out of smarts after that. I think the problem is the gate is blocking them. I think it's more that keeps sending reinforcements. No, the guy said he literally could... No, he literally said, we can't even get into the city to check with the gate blocking the way. Like, that line implies that he can't physically even send a scout to see if there are people still alive in there.
I don't know. It's strange. I think you might actually be telling the truth. What
You
does this
were
mean? What do you
unreasonably
want from me?
skeptical, and now you're unreasonably trusting. Come with me to Wayne Priory.
No. I'm sorry, but even if what you say is true, I won't abandon these people to their fate. I'll go with you when we can all leave here together.
Could mean the hordes are so through? Yeah, but I've just walked around and I'm a guy. They couldn't say, hey, scout, go in there. But you cannot convince me they don't have 1 or 2 scouts that they have transferring messages. Just ask one to sneak in. The hordes of Oblivion rightly fear a guy. They're very wide. Yeah, all the scouts are 6 foot wide. Actually, even that might not be enough. As I didn't realize this was leading me there. Yeah, that sure is on fire. Wider than the actual gates of the city. That's what he meant by the damn gate blocking the way. His men can't get through the door. Ah, man. I imagine them... Sir, I can't get through. Oblivion gate's not that wide. Like, there's clearly space to go around it. No, man, I can't get through the city gate. There's like 20 feet across. Yeah. And use some of that muscle to at least fight back the hordes. They keep stabbing me before I can get my arms to them. God damn it. That sure is a gate to Oblivion. Well, I got what I needed. Probably. What was it I needed again? I'm sure I'll remember eventually. Ow. I'm very hesitant to go in there with so much broken armor, but... But this... Wait, I can't go over that? That's weird. Magic's also not cutting it here. Barton Septum will be fine, he's essential. What, dude?
Why?
Don't move in front of the mage, dumbass.
Die!
I'm shooting out fireballs, you ran right in front of me. This is why I don't work with allies. Probably. Well, I'll be one of a very few people to enter some form of Oblivion. Classic Bethesda NPC. Oh cool, everything's on fire. What the hell? What?
Thank the Nine. I never thought I'd see another friendly face.
Most people
The others
enter Vermina's realm when
taken.
they have nightmares.
They were taken
That's
to
also
the tower.
true. Dude, how are you this close to the gate and you didn't just run through? You can just go through. You can just leave.
Captain Matthias sent us in to try and close the gate. We were ambushed, trapped, and picked off. I
You're
managed to
right
escape,
here.
but the others are strewn across the bridge. They took Minion off to the big tower. You've got to save him. I'm getting out of here.
Why did you wait? Fine.
The captain is
You'll
still
just get in the way
holding
here.
barricade. I figured I
He's
was
blind
the
but
last
too
one left
embarrassed to
alive.
admit it.
All right.
He does keep looking
I'll try
like
to get out of
above
here
me.
and let the captain know what's going on.
Hey, look at that. He's like, did he go over there? Oh god, I hope he hasn't moved since he stopped talking. What? Behold the spoon of scamp. Here was a spoon, but I don't need it. Iron Claymore. I don't fucks with Claymore. Clay less, more like. Ha ha ha. I should drop some of these to cut my weight down a little. Fleshy pod. Oh, it had gold in it. Mine's better. Blood grass. Spittle stick. Gross. Both very gross names. I assume going into the lava is ill-advised. Let's see here. I don't see any enemies from here. This scamp. I guess someone else dealt with that. Damn it. Stealth is very unreliable at this level. But it's never gonna level up if I don't use it. Well, glad I stopped to restore agility. I guess if I take agility damage. Though I don't think attribute damage is a thing like it was in Morrowind. Note that I'm not sure, and I'm guessing at that. Fucking... Ah! We'll have a burning contest, I assure you. You'll win. The part about being burned, I mean. Yeah, keep flinging your magic at me. Doesn't hurt. 65% of the magic you fling doesn't fucking do shit. Okay, that does deal damage. I wasn't sure. That's enough out of you. Speed is being drained. Hey, don't touch those then. Okay, I thought I got seen right there. Ow. So, Oblivion has landmines. Good to know. And the rate of getting your arrows back is so high. I feel like I've lost very few, despite how many I've fired. I was wondering if I could hit those with fire to make them stop, to make them explode from far away or something. But nah, that'd be too cool. Oh dear. Ow. What are you? I guess the scamps are tougher than the Dremora somehow. Dremora field arrow. They're about as good as steel. I'll take them. Where does bow go? Ah, here it is. Dremora light bow. How does that compare to my steel bow? Despite the name light, it's twice as heavy. So, yeah, I think I'll stick with this steel bow. That looks unpleasant. Glad it wasn't me. Ah. Die. Being attacked for 1 times damage. Was I too close? I think that was a mechanic in Oblivion, that your distance with a ranged weapon, if you're too close, it won't deal sneak attack damage. Sounds dumb enough to be correct. It is opened elsewhere. I went the very long way around to do... Ooh, burn my feetsies. But I'll be fine. Opened elsewhere. Did I just fuck up? Am I stupid? That is horrific. I hate the little bit peeling off right here. That's the worst part of it. It's great. Blech. What a lovely face. Sure, we could call it a face. I feel like face is generous for what's happened to that, but sure. Orbs are pretty good? Yeah. Except they gave the zombie shorts, which is kind of lame looking. Shorts are always kind of lame looking. What? What's wrong? You're not gonna come get me? They just burned his eye out after shooting him. Okay, I guess I did it correctly when I went around, but it's weird because it still wants me to go between those gates and I don't see the way to open them. Rest and meditate on what I've learned. Yep, you still have to find a bed to level up. Alright, noted. Also put shorts on Lucian's body so we no longer see his mutilated junk. Ah. Wait, then why is this game still mature rated? Shouldn't the ESR... If they're gonna do that and the ESRB isn't even gonna go down, why bother doing it? Like, that's just extra effort for no reward. Don't out? It's the same ESRB as it used to be. Actually, see his cock and balls butchered in the original? Would you believe I don't remember? Air hammer, thank God. And practice some. Oh, it broke immediately. Good to know. I got a little bit of reparation occur. Yeah, the fleshy stumper as cock and balls used to be. Demand proof? Well, I can't bring you any right this second. Quilla might be able to send something. If Quilla bothered to join the Discord, we could do something. I'm not sure generals in the original, but they got around it by just cutting them off on the corpses as more gore. This is pretty gross. But again, you gotta wonder... I guess if you just don't want to depict mutilated generals, and it's like... The devs just didn't want to do it, I guess that's as good a reason as any. But if it was a conscious decision, like they wanted to change it, I suppose it's not more... it is less effort to do it like that. Oh, sure, right, that's what I just read. Blah. Bad at that. Too bad there are no beds in hell. If they were, they'd be made of spikes. Or spiders. Or spiky spiders. Spikers. Why the fuck is the NSFW channel the first channel when you join the server? I'm gonna level with you. I didn't expect you to join. It shouldn't be the first one. Hey, that's not normal. It should be general. Is the channel it defaulted you to? Well, that's not a setting I selected, if that's what you're asking. In fact, I very distinctly chose general as the default. Where are the spiker beds? Do Daedra sleep? I'm honestly unsure. Well, you're the lore expert. Has anyone ever known or cared about the answer to that question? If I'm the first one to care, then... Alright, I guess. I mean, there's no beds we've ever seen in Oblivion, to my knowledge. Not like they're mortal? Yeah. No, they do not sleep. Like, you have definitive evidence of that? I suppose we've never seen them sleep, and there's no beds, and... Yeah. Stands to reason they just wouldn't. Not normally, anyway. They find an experience which mortals might find analogous to sleep to be terrifying. That's interesting. Friend or foe? Foe. That was a Dremora. Actually, it still is. It's a churl. How churlish. The experience is somewhat analogous to sleep for mortals. However, sleep is a normal experience for mortals. It's not a normal experience for an immortal. Suffice it to say, it is as close to the terror and despair of death as an immortal can come. And... Let's just turn that off. If Daedra dies, do they just go back to, like, their realm of Oblivion? If they die in their realm, they can die, but if they die in the mortal realm, they just go back there? Is that how it works? That sounds right, but I could also be making it up. They go to the void and wait to reform. I thought it was something like that. But putting a Daedra to sleep is actually the best way to slow them down. At least in theory. Ow. Just the other door. I did it better. Remora Mace. Wow, that's heavy and incredibly weak. Why would you use these? Corridors of Dark Salvation. Okay. Four doors right next to them that bottle into each other. That's just shoddy craftsmanship. They cannot die anywhere. Their physical form is destroyed. Their animus returns to the waters of oblivion where their bodies reform. Okay, and if they die... Anyway, yeah. That makes sense. To be fair, mortal souls don't usually die either. It actually takes something extraordinary to kill even a mortal's soul. They just don't reform a body. Worship bench. No thank you. I'm still iffy on the divines. I don't know if a bench is where I wanna... I don't think that's quite, my cup of tea, you know? I've heard trees are worshipped sometimes. Even that sounds weird. But at least better than a bench. You will worship? Not a bench. I'll worship something, but it ain't gonna be a bench. Say Christ is Lord.
Quickly!
Damn.
In the cage! Over here!
How can he see me? Dude.
In the cage! Over here!
Seriously, blow my cover.
In the cage! Over here!
Would you shut the fuck up while I fight? In a sense, but the cycle of mortal souls is different and a little nebulous. Reincarnation through the dream sleeve, but also afterlives where devoted souls remain. This means that there are less souls reincarnated every generation, not sure.
Quickly!
I mean, that would imply that there's... the only people who get reincarnated are people who didn't devote themselves to a particular afterlife. Which would, in turn, imply, that that's just where mortal souls are supposed to stop doing stuff. If I'm not mistaken, Argonian souls go straight back into the Hist and then eventually reused if they so desire.
Quickly!
We actually see that process happening for them.
Quickly! Quickly, there's no time. You must get
Wow,
to the
you're
top of the
bald.
large tower. The sigil keep, they call it. That's what keeps the Oblivion Gate open. Find the sigil stone, remove
It reminds you of Ragnarok and Valhalla. Odin gathered the souls of warriors to prepare for the final battle.
You must get the key.
The difference is that, Valhalla, if you didn't get into Valhalla, you just, This is what Shore is doing in Sovngarde? Maybe. Difference is, for them, if you didn't get into Valhalla, you went into Hell. And if you went into Hell, you just stayed there forever. It's Hell, H-E-L. Just one L. Did I not get you out of there, dude? I guess not. What happened to that Dremora I killed? Seemed to just kind of vanish. Oh, that's where I'm going? No, you're not, Bathwater. Corpse Smasher. Oh, there's the Sigil Keeper. Ow. Hit your friend, idiot. Maybe friend isn't the right word. I don't know if Daedra can have friends. In any case, mortal souls are attached to physical bodies at birth, detached at death. Daedra souls grow bodies. When they're destroyed, they just grow new ones. Makes sense. Though it does also kind of mean, does also mean the war with Oblivion can never end. At least not an immortal victory. Although, I imagine that... Alright, so consider the methods to properly destroy a mortal soul. Do you suppose those would work on a Daedra too? For example, I don't know, maybe, Gulp trap them? That doesn't destroy the soul, but that also wouldn't be the worst way to get a Daedra out of your hair. Especially if you never use the soul for anything. Then I think they're literally just inside the rock forever. Does keep them out of your hair for a while, but that would require a lot of soul gems. Yeah. That's not a good long-term solution. I'm not suggesting that. No evidence there's a limited amount of Daedra. There probably isn't. Well, are we sure of that? They could just make more? Are we sure? I suppose... But also at the same time, I suppose there's not really a limited amount of mortal souls either. Probably infinite? Yeah, so are mortals, but if you got every mortal on the planet, there'd probably stop being any. But that in and of itself would be incredibly difficult, because even with potentially making infinite, Daedra, there just don't seem to be as many Daedra as there are mortals just in general. Like, even here, when you go physically into Oblivion, there's not that many Daedra here. There's more than you experience out there, but you'd expect more of them, right? Mortal bodies are frailer, but mortal souls are stronger because they can change. And that makes me wonder if possibly the ways of killing a mortal soul, if they would actually be more effective on a Daedra soul. Daedra can war forever. They'll never be able to truly change their tactics because their nature is inherent and immutable. Mortals change, they adapt. Yeah, mortals change so well, some of them have changed into Daedra, apparently. That's fucking weird. Thought Daedra embodied change? They embody change, but not changing themselves. They embody change in the sense that they change the world around them, but they themselves don't really change. Oh, there's just two doors right next to each other that lead to the same place. Okay. Mortals can also supposedly become Aedra as well. Are Aedra capable of change? Possibly not. But what is the inherent difference in an Aedra soul and a Daedra soul? Is there one? Or is it all semantical and just the ones that are useful are Aedra and the ones that aren't useful to mortals are Daedra? Change is the gift of mortality. It's interesting that so many mortals are very focused on losing that gift as their way of advancing. Change is only something which dies can do. Yeah. So, okay, my question ultimately boils down to, if he so desired, could Alduin have gone to a realm of oblivion and just snacked on all the Daedra there? Would that have been as effective a permanent kill as it seems to be on mortals when he does it to them? At least, that's somewhat what was implied with him eating the souls in Sovngarde. Maybe they're not permagon. Might not be able to do it. That's something I was curious about. If Daedra souls are weaker, wouldn't it be easier for him to eat them if he wanted to? Maybe he doesn't like them as much because they're weaker. That'd be an interesting twist to it. Daedric souls say Daedric souls, but Daedric souls are not really like mortal souls at all. I suppose it's more like... more a Churl's scamp. Oh, he summoned it. Yelled him. Alduin is part of Akatosh, so he has no dominion over the Daedra. That is true. But at the same time, Alduin even he doesn't have dominion. Even if he could, he wouldn't because he is Aedra and immortal and therefore unchanging. Yeah. It's his very nature to consume human souls. Consume mortal souls. It's not something he would ever do. I'm just curious if it would work if I don't know, let me put it a different way. If something else were capable of eating souls in the same way he does, could they do it? Resist disease, burgundy linen shirt. It's worth money and very light. I'll take it. It's only one bramble plinth. Do you wear a shirt under your armor in this game? No, you do not. I realized how busted that was in Morrowind. Yeah, you got me, Quilla. He was probably half the reason I was really excited to play Morrowind when I was. Breaking my shit. Shoot you with an arrow. Give me that arrow back. Still need that. An obscure reference, though I guess less obscure for Elder Scrolls fans at this point. He's pretty popular. Guys like him are carrying the weight of Todd's refusal to release Test 6. I have some hope that because in the drop trailer for this very game, they name-dropped that, the main studio was working on that, so that gives me some hope. Elder Scrolls survives off content creators at this point, because there's no new Elder Scrolls content. I'm pretty sure there's still Elder Scrolls Online content, but I'm also quite sure you don't think that counts, and also that you're not alone on thinking that. I only vaguely think it counts. Interesting they made that one openable with a sigil keep key, but other ones not, when they weren't openable. Without it. You, JBN, and Mickey D are basically all we got. I actually don't recognize the other two. Oh yeah, that video kind of series I had the idea for. The more I thought about it, the less I was, the less it would work in Morrowind. Because the idea in my head is I am voice acting it, but as the only new voice actor, me doing the voice for all the NPCs would sound really bad. And also possibly cut into how the game would kind of work. And how the narrative would flow. I have to figure Oblivion probably is a better pick for it, even though there are a few narrative things in Morrowind I wanted to do. Juve does the region locks, like, can you beat Skyrim stuck in Whiterun? Meaty is the Irish one. Yeah, I don't recognize either of those. I've seen a few challenge runners, but those don't ring bells, I'm afraid. Got his ass. Oh, the more I thought about it, the more I kind of come to the conclusion that Oblivion might be the best way to do that in the future. For the simple fact that I would be using completely open things for all the parts. But I also don't think that the devs would care if I did regular or original Oblivion. I don't think it would matter in the long run which one I'd choose to do, although I imagine there could be contracting issues if I used Patrick Stewart's voice in a series like that. Or Sean Bean. Imagine if that got any traction, I could get in trouble because they appear, technically. They appear in a game, so would they care enough? That's something I might be overthinking. Fortify Fatigue Pants. They're magic and incredibly light. I'll take them. Generally, if it's non-commercial, no one really cares. That's also true. Descendant Sigil Stone. Close the gate by taking the Sigil Stone. Close an Oblivion gate. I should tell Savli and Matthias that the way into Kvatch is now open. Yeah, I genuinely could not find how to get those gates open to get to those corpses, so I didn't. Many videos where people use voice lines spliced or just pulled from different games? True enough. Descendant. Fire damage on strike or resist fire. Alright. Fire damage on strike ain't bad. As long as you don't make Patrick Stewart shout racial profanities or Sean Bean admit to indecent exposure in minors or something, it'll probably be fine. Yeah, and I'm not planning to, like, alter their voices or anything. I'd just be using their lines in-game to make them say what they already say. Like, I'm not planning any kind of alterations at all. I'm not gonna AI regenerate their voices or anything. That's not what I meant.
You closed the gate. I knew you could do it. This is our chance to launch a counterattack.
You said I would most likely die.
I need you to come with us. You've got far more combat experience than these men.
These soldiers who have been soldiers for years, and I think I popped into existence 2 or 3 days ago.
They have a chance to barricade the city gate.
Let's go. I kind of already took care of all the ones in there, also. We're like guards, not soldiers. That's also a fair point. When was the last time there was an invasion on the Imperial capital at this point? Like, it is landlocked, surrounded by almost exclusively other regions that they also control. The ones they don't make it far in, even if they try. Oh, they all came back.
Tell me what you let's get this over with.
I have helped him and his men retake the southern plaza. Talk to him about our next move. These aren't even real Imperial guards of the capital, they're just a local guard force. Yeah, but like, they've at least been equipped. They have way better equipment than I do, is the thing. And I don't think that's up for debate. If fur, gauntlets, and half my armor is broken. I feel like equipment makes a much bigger difference on this than 30 to 40 minutes of experience.
We wiped the bastards out! It's safe to pull those people out of the chapel. Let's get in there and make sure they're all right. Come on.
Not very impressive, they just handle drunken brawls and pickpockets.
We can discuss the next phase once the civilians are safe.
Your priorities are straight. Ooh. Yeah. Guys.
Report, soldier.
Sir, we're all that's left. Barrack Inian, myself, and these civilians.
That's it? There's no one else?
There were others, sir, but they refused to stay put. We tried to convince them it was dangerous, but they left anyway. I guess they didn't make it.
Very well. The area outside the chapel has been cleared, and these people need to be taken to safety. Escort them to the camp south of here at once.
But sir, I want to help fight.
You will, soldier.
Too fucking bad.
Once they're secure, get back here immediately. We'll need every available blade.
I just can't
There'll
sleep.
be plenty of fighting.
I lie down and close my
Sir,
eyes,
yes,
but
sir.
I can't stop
You two
thinking
fucking
about
mind?
it.
Move out.
I
Let's
don't know
go.
what you're talking about. I don't even try. I just keep going until I drop.
You guys give me like an hour to level up. There we go. Send it to level 3. You're catching on to the secret of success. Just a matter of concentration. I so smart and so endurable. Hole in the roof there makes sleeping in here not great, huh? Gold Coast. Alright, that's also cast. I've been using the back button on my mouse for that. That was default, I didn't set it or anything. It was a very nice place for that, actually. Hey, that is a good alternate. Like, if I have 3 keys on the side of my mouse, one for forward, one for back, and one for fuck if I know. I think it's just an extra you can bind something to. That one doesn't seem to do anything. The back one, that does this. Just stared at the guy like, no, you exist.
I'm just lucky to be alive.
Yeah, a lot of people are. They'll spawn in behind me.
Start over from nothing.
Don't give up. You're not alone.
Alright, Brother
I wondered if
Martin.
you'd come back. I admit I've had my doubts about your story.
Come with me to Wayne and Priory.
You destroyed the Oblivion Gate, they say. You gave them hope. You helped them drive the Daedra back. Yes, I'll come with you to Wayne and Priory and hear what Joffrey has to say. Lead on.
And the chapels and the... I'm
All right.
tired.
Just 2,000
I have to start over from...
paces north. Let's just travel. I assume he'll travel with me and not be a giant bitch about it. You think Sean Bean was phoning it in on this job? I don't think he was phoning it in. But he definitely... Oh, hey, look.
Help! You must help! They're killing everyone at Wayne on Priory.
Yeah, I fucking noticed. Hold on. What's up?
I don't know. I think they're right behind me. Prior Mabarel is dead.
Who's attacking?
I was in the sheepfold when they attacked. I heard the prior talking to someone. Looked around the corner to see who it was. They looked like travelers, ordinary. Suddenly, weapons appeared in their hands, and they cut the prior down before he could move. They saw me watching, and I ran.
Where's Joffrey? He safe?
I don't know. In the chapel, praying, I think. You must help us.
Ah. Hey, Marty, baby, you feel like maybe helping with the fight instead of fucking off? Fuck were you? You even have a weapon? No, you don't. Back on the topic I was mentioning, he definitely didn't get the same prep that Patrick Stewart did. But at the same time, there was nothing to really prep him on for this character. I honestly think Martin is a very flat character. A lot of people love him, I don't get it. Like, he is if Aragorn was not on screen for all the adventuring parts of it. And I don't think anyone's gonna deny that he's Aragorn. But I don't think he does what Aragorn does. And I don't think he earns the respect Aragorn does for the same things. I think he gets way more respect for doing way less. Oh, he was in this building, of course.
Your timing is excellent. I'll take the one on the right.
Paradise awaits me.
Who are
Be
they?
glad you will not live to see the day, Lord Dagon. I do not fear death.
Watch out, there may be more of them!
At the very least, he does do stuff. And I suppose
You're
he's
back.
not as bad as he could have
Thank
been,
Talos.
but...
They attacked without warning. I was praying in the chapel when I heard Prior Maberel shout. I had just time to arm myself. The Amulet of Kings. I fear that was the target of this attack. I kept it in a secret room in Waynon House. We need to go see if it is safe.
I forgot how bad the delivery of those lines was. It's unchanged from the original. I'll go
together,
check.
but I fear the worst.
But did you make sure it was as unsecure as possible? Insecure? Unsecure. Like, if you put any way at all that it could have been protected, I think we're doomed.
I fear the enemy came here for the Amulet of Kings.
I'm surprised they didn't revoice Joffrey, considering how important he is. Well, okay, I think there's two reasons for that. One, the same voice half Cyrodiil has. Yes, there's two reasons for that I can think of. One, it being janky is part of Oblivion's charm, and they wanted to keep the charm of the jank. Like, with how not great he sounds in a lot of places. And two, I think it'd be kinda disrespectful for one of his only, like, actual bigger, or like, the guy's probably biggest role in the game to replace him in it, when he's so many other characters too. I think that would have been a bit of a dick move. There's a room back here?
They've taken it! The Amulet of Kings is gone! The enemy has defeated us at every turn!
Not every turn. I got Martin.
So it has not all gone against us. Thank Talos for that. We gained Uriel's heir and lost the Amulet of Kings. Martin cannot stay here. We have driven
my God,
them off,
how could they have
but
found
they will
it?
be back once they learn of Martin's survival. Which they will.
Yeah, that reminds me. How did they know he was in Kvatch? Only the most important object in the world was kept somewhere safer. Like, on my fucking To be fair, I went into an Oblivion Gate. I would say that's probably the least safe place to take the Amulet of Kings. Like, off the world. I think actually... No, Joffrey. Oh, you meant him. Yeah, that might actually have been better, you're right. In the broom closet. There's even in a wooden box with a cheap lock. And Joffrey take it to Cloud Ruler Temple immediately. That's another question.
Nowhere is truly safe against the power arrayed against us. But we must play for time, at least. Cloud Ruler Temple, I think. The hidden fortress of the Blades in the mountains near Bruma. A few men can hold it against an army.
Okay.
We should leave at once.
No. You can go there.
We should get moving. I won't rest easy until Martin
Okay, to be
is safe
fair,
at
they
Cloud
ripped
Ruler
the
Temple.
fuck off of this. Like, in this new version, that is torn off. Jeez. Doing that to wood is harder than it looks. If his underlings wait to direct you there like Martin. Put it in a metal box and dump it in a lake or something. Not dump it in a lake. You have to get it back later. They still need the damn thing. It's empty. Oh, I couldn't fucking tell. Alright, what's up, Martin?
Let's continue on to Cloud Ruler Temple.
Do we have to?
I haven't had a good night's sleep since Kvatch was attacked.
That was I guess you could have been in there for a few days, though. It didn't take me that long to get there.
The sooner we reach Cloud Ruler Temple, the better. Lead on.
Yeah, sure. Putting it in a metal box would have been smart. Dumping it in a lake, less so. Well, it's theoretically not that far. I could fast travel all the way to it. Like, right off the... Wow. This is shallow. Like, this is a very shallow fast travel, actually. Wait, you dicks. Alright, you're both assholes. You didn't tell me to pick up a horse. Guys, just... Oh, now that we're here, we can get off our horses. Yeah, you better get off your high horse. My what? You know what I said. That is... Those are enormously thick doors.
Yes,
that is the whole tree.
This is the Emperor's son, Martin Septim.
There's a horse I could get? Well, too bad, I already didn't.
We have not had the honor
Nobody mentioned it while I was there, so you know.
Ah, well, thank you. The honor is mine.
Come, your blades are waiting to greet you.
Yay, we get to sit around during this part. I'll probably go back and do miscellaneous stuff after this one, because they're gonna send me out to do shit, and I don't want to do only story. That's boring.
Blades, dark times are upon us. The Emperor and his sons were slain on our watch. The Empire is in chaos. But there is yet hope. Here is Martin Septim, true son of Uriel Septim.
I'm just gonna be grinding my gacha games while you do this.
Your Highness, the blades are at your command. You will be safe here until you can take up your throne.
Joffrey, all of you.
Hail!
I know you all expect me to be Emperor. I'll do my best. But this is all new to me. I'm not used to giving speeches, but...
Hail, Draenborn! Hail, Martin Septim!
I appreciate your welcome here.
Hail!
I hope I prove myself worthy of your loyalty in the coming days. That's it. Thank you.
Well then, thank you, Martin. We'd all best get back to our duties, eh, Captain?
Good morning, sir.
Not much of a speech, was it? Didn't seem to bother them,
but...
though. The blade saluting me and hailing me as Martin Septim. I don't mean to sound ungrateful. I know I would be dead by now if it weren't for you. Thank you. But everyone expects me to suddenly know what to do, how to behave. They want an emperor to tell them what to do, and I haven't the faintest idea.
Well, you gotta get the amulet back.
Of course. The Amulet of Kings. So I can take it to the Temple of the One and light the dragon fires. And stop the Oblivion invasion.
In theory. And be the Emperor.
The Emperor? That's an idea that will take some getting used to. In any case, we need the amulet first. Maybe Joffrey will know where to start. All practitioners of Daedric magic are familiar with the almost impenetrable barrier between our
light
world
your dragon
and
fire.
What the Emperor told you implies that the amulet is the key to the preservation of that barrier. What I saw at Kvatch. Everything I know about Daedric magic says that such stable portals are impossible. Yet those gates to Oblivion
You know a lot
existed.
about Daedric magic?
The old rules no longer apply. Kvatch is only the beginning of what Mehrunes Dagon will do. If the amulet is truly the key to restoring the barriers between our world and Oblivion, you must waste no time in recovering it.
Daedric magic.
I haven't always been a priest. In my youth, I followed a
Hey,
different
how do you know
path.
about that?
I know more than I want to about the seductive power of Daedric magic. Let's just leave it at that.
And if I'm not mistaken, they do just leave it at that. They give him some hint of maybe something. I don't think that comes up again. He's a Satanist. Don't be ridiculous, Bathwater. Lorcan is already dead. Ngoth III, like, double-killed Lorcan by also killing his heart. He once held Sanguine's Rose? Ah. In the Sanguine Rose, he'll say how he once owned it. Ah, okay.
Something has changed to make these stable portals.
To be fair, that's probably one of the better ones to
Joffrey
give him,
believes
because
the death of the Emperor
it sucks.
and the darkening of the Dragonfires is the key.
At least it sucks in most of the games.
Don't worry about me, my friend. I know I'm in good hands here.
Hello, name stolen from Game of Thrones, free.
You have proven yourself a loyal servant of the Empire, as worthy as any of the Blades to stand by Martin's side during this crisis. As the Grand Master of the Blades, I would be honored
gave up
to
Daedra
accept
worship.
you into our
Like,
order.
this
Will
is
you
the
join
thing.
us?
This sucks. Do you think Sanguine knew when he gave it to him? Because usually it's the Daedra themselves. The Daedra themselves are usually, like, at least partially involved when you get the artifact. You think Sanguine gave it to him and was like, this'll be really funny. This guy is probably gonna be the last of the Emperor's line. And he's just gonna become a hedonist. And the Daedric artifact of his lord, the ultimate symbol of his lord's grace. Realized it was stupid and pointless. No, what are the duties as a blade?
The Blades are sworn to the service of the Emperor as the mortal representative of the dragon blood of the divine Talos.
I mean, not like the rest of you are doing anything.
It is my honor to welcome you into our ranks as a Knight Brother of the Blades.
Knight Brother. Alright, so up, got an Akaviri Katana. About the Amulet of Kings.
You're right. We must try to recover the amulet before the enemy takes it out of our
Not the
reach.
first Emperor
You should
Sanguine
go back
cultist,
to
to
the
be fair.
Imperial City.
I mean, Sanguine
Boris
is
may have
probably
learned
the
something
most...
about the assassins. You'll find Boris at Luther Broad's boarding house in the Elven Gardens district of the Imperial
what's the
City.
word I'm looking for? Attractive to, the nobility. Because nobility invites hedonism, and hedonism is Sanguine's entire thing. Sanguine also feels like he's the least likely to just kill you for no reason, or for an imagined reason. He'd rather drink you into a stupor. Well, yeah, you might die partying with him, but it's not like he had any malice in it, really.
The
Amulet
Amulet
of Kings.
of Kings is the key to everything now.
So...
Once we have it back, Martin can use it to light the dragonfires in the Temple of the One, and reseal the barriers between Oblivion and our world.
Fuck is Boris?
One of the youngest Blades ever to serve in the Emperor's personal guard.
I
am
is
glad
he the
to
one
hear
I
that
met?
he survived, but I fear he will take the Emperor's death particularly hard.
Although, there is one Blade who I imagine would take it a bit harder. We haven't been able to contact him. As though he's been avoiding us, frankly. Who? Well, you see, we Blades actually get our weapons from the old Akaviri style. And he managed to secure a great deal of funding to go to Akavir. To, what did he say he was doing there? Improve forging techniques, I think he said? He also brought a sapling with him. I'm not sure where he got it. It kept... the border guards kept telling him he couldn't bring it in, but then they touched it and said it was fine. The tree told them it was fine. I thought that was strange, but then he actually fed me some of the sap from the tree, and I realize it's fine too. Meant to mix lizard and snake DNA? That was not the plan. Ngoth IV... Ngoth is actually a largely asexual character, the way I've played him out. He has a wife, but... And I think Sheogorath might have officiated the wedding. For shits and giggles. But... he doesn't seem to have kids, or have any real interest in making them.
This place was built by
Not that I
Raymond
think it-
Cyrodiil's
actually,
Akaviri Dragon Guard at the
Daedra
founding
apparently
of the Second
can
Empire.
mix with mortals.
Since then,
At least they
it has
seem to
served
be able
the Blades
to.
as headquarters, fortress, and
There's some
sanctuary.
stories where they can, and
We
some
can
stories where
protect
they
Martin
can't. Who
here
fucking
until you
knows?
recover the Amulet of Kings.
By the way, about Maroons.
The Daedra Prince of Destruction, an inveterate foe of all mortal races. He was involved with Jagar Tharn's plot against the Empire years ago. It doesn't surprise me to find his hand in the current calamity.
Not gay. Ugh. Did you hear that? No. Jägermeister Tharn.
The Elder Council rules in the Emperor's absence by ancient tradition. Chancellor Akato
Oh, well, if
heads
it's
the
ancient
Elder
tradition,
Council
it must be
and
correct,
is
right?
the closest thing the Empire has to a leader right now. But the blades answer only to the Emperor, of course. We are not an arm of the government.
And the dragon fires.
The coronation of each new emperor is sealed when he uses the Amulet of Kings to light the dragon fires in the Temple of the One. The dragon fires of Akatosh remain lit until the death of the emperor. His successor then lights them anew upon ascending to the throne. With Emperor Uriel dead and no successor crowned, the Temple of the One will be dark for the first time in centuries.
To be fair, he says centuries, not in... He doesn't say ever. Or, like, in years. It's possible it's happened before, and the other times... the Daedra didn't know that it was free up. It's possible they only recently realized that's what was stopping them.
This fortress is well supplied with arms and armor.
Of course,
Use
ESO
what you
would
need from
throw
the
that
armory in the
theory
East Wing.
under the bus.
Give my warm regards to
Maybe
Boris.
Dagon
Tell
specifically
him he should not
didn't
blame
know,
himself.
because no one told him.
He did well to send you to me.
Or, actually, honestly, a good explanation they could give would just be, oh, during that time, most of the ones that wanted to invade were actually busy fighting each other. And it just wasn't worth it to try to fight a war on two fronts like that. So they didn't bother trying to invade until they could settle that. By the time they'd settled that, there was another dragon-blooded emperor to light the dragon fires again. That would be a fairly easy way. It would be serendipitous, for sure, but it is a relatively easy way to answer the question. It's like, this time they were ready and affected it to happen. And, in fact, that's what happened before as well. Now, I don't know if that's how Oblivion works at all. Like, the different Oblivion worlds can interact with each other. I, in fact, don't think they can. Wants me to go to the Imperial City. I'll go there. I'm actually going to ask about a guild instead while I'm there. We can start a guild thing. That'll be fun. Yeah, I can start trying to be a guild magicer. Mage guilder. I'll be more mage guild than the next guy.
You have my ear, citizen. What seems to be the problem? What are you looking for?
Guild.
There are no guild halls in the city, but the Arcane University is on an island outside the walls, south of the Arboretum.
Oh. Okay.
Move along.
I can try going to that, sure.
You have my ear, citizen.
Didn't ask for it. That was my progress to 3 after it took so long to level up after 2. Well, they saved the experience between them. If they didn't, this would suck. How much health do I have, actually? Curious. 85. That's not bad. Why is this so ornate if you're not even supposed to be on it? It's weird. Why is this horse here? Paint horse? Oh, because it's... Okay, no. Yeah, no, yeah. No. That's not an island, you fucking liar. That's not south either. He's on an island south of the city. Guards really do just give you wrong directions sometimes. More things change, the more they stay the same. Yeah. Elder Scrolls 6 will include such directions as, the compass points the exact opposite of where you need to go. Imperial Legion Battle Mage.
The Imperial Legion is at your disposal, citizen. What seems to be the problem?
There's not a problem, just
move along.
Just kind of want to join the arcane thing. Magic seems cool. And I learn magic. I know like 3 spells. None of them seem cool enough.
Welcome to the Arcane University.
Thank you. Mages Guild.
If you wish to become a part of the Mages Guild, seek out the head of the local guild halls. They will instruct you further.
Okay, where's the head?
Bye.
Go ahead, please. Farewell.
Okay. He means the other cities. Yeah, he's not very fucking specific about it. And it doesn't even start a quest. Problem is, they also don't really imply to you which cities have one and which ones don't. You just have to guess. Like, do all of them have one? I don't think so, but I'll never know. They all have one? All of them? Even Chorrol? It's amazing how small Oblivion's world feels. Because you just start out with all the fast travel.
Greetings. It's you. Hi.
Oh dear.
They say that when you murder someone,
Even shitty little Chorrol.
comes to you in your sleep. It's how they recruit.
Ah, poor bastard. What happened?
I had no idea.
Yes. They say that the priests and priestesses of the Chapel of Dibella have all been murdered. No one even knows who did it. Apparently, no one has any idea who did it. Now there's some prophet preaching doom in this.
You realized he was living in Chorrol. The H is silent? Alright, Chorrol. I will choose to make the C silent in response. Chorrol. Let's see. They said how Rick says Carl in The Walking Dead. Coral! Coral! I never watched that show. Carl, get back! Fucking tourists ruining your Coral. That's right, I'm a tourist. What are you gonna do about it? The Oak and Crosier. Are those dogs?
Anytime now.
I'll send you to Breville. Probably ask a guard for directions.
Yes?
Guard,
What are you looking for?
you got a Mage's
Guilds
Guild?
are north, near the Great Oak.
Alright.
Bye.
Guess I didn't see it here. Is that the Mage's Guild, maybe? Look at that eye. Yep, Mage's Guild.
What is it?
You'll never know, I guess.
Excuse me. My name is Angalmo. Can I help you?
Mage's
If
Guild.
you want to join the guild, you can ask any of the local guild leaders. Here in Coral, Tikius is the one you'll need to see.
Alright, Tikius.
Bye.
Greetings,
Yeah, I
citizen.
made a guess.
Is there something I can do for you? Are you perhaps interested in joining the Mages Guild?
Yeah, actually. I know a little magic, but I'd like to learn more.
Well then, it's no small matter. Membership in the guild is quite an honor, but also a responsibility. Do you wish to join the guild?
Yeah.
Very well. You are now an associate of the Mages Guild.
Oh, that was easy.
The full guild hall is now available for your use. You'll need a recommendation from each local guild hall in order to advance further. Until then, the Arcane University will be closed to you.
Noted.
Welcome to the guild, and good luck to you.
Join the Mage's Guild. Associate.
We're all better off now that necromancy has been banned from the guild. It's just safer that way.
I refuse to believe an Argonian would give a fuck. I guess you're not at Black Marsh raised. Neither was Ungoth, but he sure acts like he was. Recommendation.
I'm afraid I can't just write one out of hand.
Yeah, but
that would
show
be
me what I
against
can do to
protocols,
earn one.
You see.
Wow, racist? It's not
perhaps
racist if
you
I
can
am
clear
one.
up a small
And
matter
spiritually, I'm
involving
an
your
Argonian,
honor.
and you all know
you can
that.
prove your loyalty to the guild and earn my recommendation.
You know, all Argonians think a certain way. Is it Rana?
She and I have an unpleasant history. She does not care for guild regulations and errantly believes I am misusing my powers.
What regard?
I have seen that she is in town. Though she has not approached me, I know she wants something. I would like you to find out what it is. Determine what she's after and how we may be rid of her. I do not want her here spreading her lies.
Alright, sure.
Make haste. I wish to be rid of Erana as soon as possible.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Athragar of the Mages
hello.
Guild. How can I serve you?
Mage's Guild.
Training and spells, training and spells. It gets so boring after a while. Maybe someday I'll be able to move
You
to the
sound
Arcane
younger than you
University.
look.
Bye.
Who can I talk to learn more spells?
It's my pleasure. Please. If you need training, Athragar has a reputation for being very good with alteration. Take care.
Okay, but wait, are you guys only gonna do, like...
I am Alberic Litter of the Mages Guild. If you're skilled enough, Athragar has a rather powerful
Okay, he
frost
sells
spell
them
for
too.
sale. Very effective, but dangerous.
Bottom options. Oh, purchasing spells, sure enough.
You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
Alright, you do conjuration. You have some stuff. Flash bolt. That is very expensive destruction. Costs a lot of money, too. I would have enough, but I want destruction of a different element, at least.
What do you want? Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Conjure, illuge... Conjure... You do a lot of conjuration and illusion, and that's it.
Be seeing you.
Conjuration ain't my style. Oop, oop. Well, these are just free to take.
How are you?
Fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Have you met
Greetings,
Modern
Brethren.
Orion? Quiet man, but apparently he's an incredible fighter.
Open the door with the Mage's Guild key. Okay. Didn't even say it was locked. No one up in the library right now. Anyone in the living quarters? Looks like no. Nothing of value up here either. That door's just actually locked. The guy they recommended doesn't seem to be in the guild right now.
Good to see you.
What do you want? Make
you actually
haste.
don't do that.
I
Interesting.
wish to be rid of Erana as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'll get to work. Not what I meant.
Greetings to you.
I heard there's a new shipment of weapons at Fire and Steel. Have you been recently?
Over here to... The Grey Mare is where she's hanging out. Okay.
Hello. You haven't seen my sons, have you? They went off into the forest to fight those monsters, and I'm worried about them. My sons. Have you...
before that, you happen to see Erana?
Haven't you seen her around town? She's either at the Grey Mare or she's...
Alright, what was that about your sons?
Yes, Rallis and Antis. They're going to fight off the creatures at our farm, but I fear for their safety.
That seems foolish of them.
For the last few days, we've suffered attacks from these creatures at our farm not far from Coral. They're coming from someplace in the Great
Coral,
Forest.
of course, the city.
I don't know where,
Wait,
but Rallis...
I literally just told you how to say
My
it.
boys will
Yeah,
take
Horrell.
up the fight, even if the guards won't. Doesn't matter if it's outside the town walls, it still affects us all. They expect me to go with them, but I fear in my old age I'm not the warrior I once was. Would you go in my place?
Sure. Listen here, Horrell.
Somehow, I knew you'd do the right thing. I'm supposed to meet them at Wayne Priory. You'd best get whatever supplies you need now, so you can get there in time. I need a drink to calm my nerves.
Yeah. Guys, your spigots
and
are
I will
busted.
listen.
What's your story?
I think I was born a week or two ago by now.
Ah, yes. You are a guild mage, are you not? Yet different from the others. Yes, this is good. There's a small matter with which you may be able to assist. It's nothing worth involving your guild in, I assure you. Best if kept just between us, yes? So, what say you?
Yes.
Excellent. It's a simple task, really. All you need to do is fetch a book for me. The book is entitled Fingers of the Mountain. It is of no use to you. You won't be able to read it. I, however, can, and would very much like to. You'll find it at an old ruin called Cloud Top. It's north of Coral, up in the mountains.
North of Coral, got it.
I'm afraid I don't have an exact location. Return it to me
I get the feeling the compass
when
might.
you have it. Make no mention of it to Tychius or anyone else in your guild. I will make it well worth your effort.
Is that so? You'll have to catch me first, Bathwater, and we've discussed this. You can't catch me.
Hello, I don't think we've met. Are you new in town?
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Likewise. I'm always glad to meet someone new. Welcome. I'm sure my mother would be glad to meet you as well.
Your mother?
My mother owns Northern Goods and Trade in Coral.
Make no mention to Tychius, or he will Tychius the fuck out. You get me one day, you catch me one day.
Take care.
Sure, the quest actually is leading me to go tell Tychius.
Greetings to you.
No, honestly, it makes sense. He set me up to go talk to her.
Do you ever do any shopping at Northern Goods?
What?
I didn't say anything yet. Fingers of the Mountain?
What? Not only does it exist, but she knows where it is?
Supposedly.
Well, this is unacceptable. That book needs to be in the safekeeping of the guild. I trust that as a member of the guild, you would do the right thing and acquire this text before Irana does. Are we clear? Ignore her request. Go to this place she has described and return with the book.
I need your recommendation to move further in the
more important
guild
than any petty squabble.
Wait, what can you tell me about it, by the way? I don't really know the story.
Looking for it. I hope that it would be for the sole purpose of bringing it here.
Yeah, but what is it, is what I'm trying to... You're just not going to tell me?
I wish to be rid of Irana.
Good day. I have potions and everything you need to make
You
your
don't.
own. Goodbye.
You don't sell spells. That's weird.
Yes.
What's going on with you?
I saw a mud crab a couple of days ago.
Well, time to leave Horrell, at least for now. It's been horrible. The fuck out of here, city tourist. Oh, I'll have to come back. Is this what Legathog's thing will be? He just intentionally mispronounces cities to piss people off? Now, let's be honest, I do that. I will say things as wrong as possible to piss people. There's a fucking Oblivion gate? Well, I can't leave that there. Maybe I can, frankly. Oblivion gates will keep respawning in random locations, right? Am I thinking that properly? Eh. Not random exactly, but yeah. They'll respawn infinitely in set-ish locations. I should probably take out ones I find. Keep spawning until you do 60 total? Wow. That is a high cap. How does that sound? I guess I'm technically close to an Oblivion Gate, even though I'm farther from it now than I was before the sky turned red. Maybe that's unrelated, who knows? What is that sound? Reach the highest level variant of Sigil Stones. They're not worth doing until level 17. Ah, fair enough. Suppose my current one was just like 5 points of fire damage. Doesn't seem that useful. I don't have an exact location, but you'll be able to find the exact location with... Really? Found the book titled Fingers of the Mountain. Need to deliver it to either Irana at the Grey Mare Tavern in Horrell, or to Tikius at the Horrell Mages Guild. Really? There wasn't anything dangerous, it was just up the mountain. Okay, that's cool. It is clearly a map painting, and not actually rendered in, but that's fine. I prefer it that way. I also see that. Is that a tower? That's cool. Hey, what's that over there? Is that a Daedra? You wretch? That's right. Yes, me, the wretched. Lipsand Tarn. It's the Daedra statue. I assume it's a Daedra statue. That's the only thing people seem to make statues of. Frostcrag Spire, formerly gifted to you by a deceased long-lost grandfather or some such. Oh yeah, those like plugins or expansion, whatever the fuck they're called. The 3 home bases. The sneaky one, the warrior one, and the mage one. The stylized alien representation. They like birds. Oh yeah, and isn't the one guy you fight called the Unfeathered, implying that normal ones might have had feathers? Do you think the aliens had feathers, or was it a metaphorical feather? I think it was metaphorical. Like, maybe they mean the man with who didn't care about symbolism at all. Metaphorical, like... Yeah. I think they're just elves. Probably. I saw something cool and I'm going in. They liked birds a lot. May have believed they evolved from bird-like beings. Well, joke's on them. Maybe they called Umaril that because they didn't like him. Maybe, just maybe, it's a title they thought was cool. Imply he was not like them. Oh dear. Yeah. That sure did almost kill me. Again! Jeez. How do I get it from getting stabbed by their swords? How does that give you fucking vampirism? That doesn't make sense no matter what lore you try to use, even this lore. The animation didn't load in, she just slid towards you is great, yeah. Pisses me off. It doesn't matter that it doesn't make any fucking sense. You're now part vampire because you were stabbed by one. Never understood why these traps are here. It's Ayleid ruins. Maybe the Ayleids didn't want vampires fucking around in here. And then the vampires fucked around in here anyway. Vampire acrobat who died. I didn't do it. There were Ayleid cities once. Yeah, and they knew that if they ever left their cities, filthy stinking vampires would come in and try to take them. So they left traps. And then the vampires kept fucking around in them anyway. It's not difficult to parse. NYC could learn from these guys when it comes to hostile architecture. Who fills their cities with poison gas vents, guillotine traps, and raising floor spike ceiling pits? Anyway, you make a fair point. But obviously, any true Ayleid wouldn't fall for it. That's probably the logic they used. Because the Ayleids sound racist enough to do that. Stairs are raised remotely. Sure wish you told me how. Seriously, how did this guy die? I actually don't know. Why would it not default? I guess there's a door up there I have to go through? Maybe? Can I even do that is the question? Yeah, I should be able to here. No, actually, that's not the correct one to raise for that to work. I guess I just can't do here, then? I guess I'll just leave. I will admit, at this point, this is probably the Elder Scrolls game I know the least. Because I know Arena really well now, because either you learn it or you never beat it. Those are your two options. I think I have a decent understanding of Daggerfall. Morrowind, I'd like to believe I understand. Though who knows how long I'll retain what little information I've gained on it. And Skyrim, I just know. At least 1,000 hours in that. So this is the one I'm kind of blanking on. I don't know if I've ever... I think I've finished it only once, because... then I got a new computer, and the new computer didn't sit well with this, so, a lot of crashing on the old Oblivion. Yeah, it's going down a sheer cliff. Now, I've not heard any, like, distinguishing things. I have no reason to believe that the like, guild leader over here is being dishonest with me about what's happening. Ah. Back to Horrell. I'll open the doors in midair, because I'm cool. I guess Hulk?
They say that King Helseth has
So,
made an alliance with House
do you guys have a
Frost.
shrine here by any chance?
Together they pick apart the carcass of ruined Indoril.
It seems that these are turbid.
Duty calls.
Yeah, cool.
What are you looking for?
Services?
The general trader and smith are near the fountain. The bookstore.
Okay, you guys
time.
don't have a chapel. Good to know. Rip Indoril. Not that I disagree, but what? Every city has a chapel? Well, he sure didn't give me directions to this one. So I guess I better fucking guess where it is. I would think a chapel would count as services. That's about landmarks? Why would it be a landmark? It's a service!
What are you looking
That's
for?
just bad setup on the UI.
The castle is.
Sorry about
to
the ruined
east.
House Indoril.
Inns
I
are near
couldn't
the
hear
gate
them.
And fountain. Guilds are north by the Great Oak. Shops
Also
are
a
near
landmark.
The fountain, and up the street west to the chapel. Wayne Priory is outside the south gate, just past the stables.
That's a really... I do not agree. I think the previous game, it's considered a service. I don't think I'm unreasonable for not thinking to call it a fucking landmark. Think churches are services or landmarks. IRL, they're landmarks, but in this series where praying can cure you of all diseases, it's a service. Especially because in the last 3 games, it was called a service. So no, I don't think it's justifiable no matter how you try to spin it. For us, but for them, they go there to pray. Yeah, and according to them as well, it also works. Like, this isn't a thing unique to the character, it is a canon thing in the games that, through the power of prayer, you can get rid of it. People who pray IRL think it works? Yeah, but I can definitively prove it works in this game. And the people IRL who think it works are usually part of more cultish machinations.
Awful creatures. Horrid beasts. I hate the things.
See you.
Bye.
The Gopher Gathering is literally called service. Doesn't that actually add more points to what I was saying then? Doesn't that work against you?
Yes.
Yeah, I got this thing. It was just on a charred corpse up there.
You found the book? My trust in you was well placed, it seems. Hand it over, if you please.
Yeah, okay.
Ah, yes, this is indeed the correct book. You've not been able to open it, I presume.
You're saying despite churches providing services, we think of a church as a landmark.
You have shown yourself worthy
Yeah, but
of the
we're also
guild,
in a world
and
where
for that
we don't
I
know
thank
the gods are real.
You shall
or
have
God
the
is real.
recommendation you need.
Here you can find
Now,
blatant and
I must
obvious proof.
ensure this book is kept safe. Excuse me.
Like, there's really no
Hail.
argument against the Aedra existing. The elves are being intentionally obtuse when they say Talos isn't one of them. Also look for the big-ass cathedral. Still atheist somehow in Oblivion? Atheist means something different in the Elder Scrolls is the thing. It just means you don't worship any of them. It doesn't mean you think they aren't real. Like, in Arena, you could choose to be an atheist. Not these ones. They're real-ass atheists. Then they're idiots. And everyone knows they're idiots. You can still have idiots in a world. That doesn't make the idiots correct.
Oh, hello. They say that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep. It's how they recruit new members.
Is that so?
Safe travels.
Bye.
Then mind if I ever want to play the worst story arc in this game.
They say that slavery has been abolished in Morrowind. House Dress and Clandu have renounced the slave trade.
Gods don't do a damn thing. Do they even exist? How can anyone tell? Daedra Lord, sure. See, that's really idiotic thinking because... Alright, go to a church and ask the priest how you can be cured of all disease. Or just pray and believe that you believe it. And then you watch the leprous peasant next to you suddenly not have leprosy anymore. And you think, nah, that's bullshit. It didn't happen.
How are you?
There's genuine... The fact that they work means there's genuinely no excuse, and they're just stupid. I'm really not... Play Devil's Advocate could be simple magic that cures you. Problem is, that's not simple magic. Bro was never actually sick, obviously. Yeah, that's why his fingers were falling off. He wasn't really sick. I chose the most obvious and, like, blatant form of sickness, leprosy.
The Chestnut Handy Stables now offers
It's like, so that is called the trope, a flat earth atheist. It means you're in a world with blatant and obvious magic, and you refuse to believe it for no good reason. And these characters are always meant to be stupid or overly obtuse. And I'm sorry, in the Elder Scrolls universe, that's what they are. It's also weird to accept that the Daedra exist and deny that the Aedra exist, when the Daedra outright confirm that the Aedra exist whenever you talk to one of the big ones. Granted, you don't often talk to the big ones, but they're not shy about saying it.
Welcome. Please, don't be shy. I'm listening.
I wasn't talking to you. Actually, have we met? Oh, you're him. You're that one. I'm going to bed. Not that bad, obviously. Not that bad, obviously. You guys have a spare bed for your new member to use? Sometimes people summon Daedra to ask them things like if the dragons were real. Yeah, but sometimes Daedra will just lie about that kind of thing. Assassination. A Black Horse Courier. Emperor and heirs assassinated. Elder Council named as regents. Died, age of 87, having ruled Tamriel for 65 years. Kind of. I'd say he was killed by assassins unknown. Several locations, the late Emperor's 3 sons and their heirs Crown Prince Geldal, Prince Enman, Prince Ebel were slain by other assassins. Investigation into the identity and motives of the assassins is underway. Yep. So you guys have this living quarters up here, and you don't have beds for all the members. There's 2 beds and they're both occupied. Where do the other members sleep? Obviously they don't, because I can't sleep here to level up. Wake them up? That wouldn't make the bed suddenly belong to me. Steal the bed? You can't level up in a stolen bed, last I checked. Maybe I'm imagining that. But it'd be a crime and I might get kicked out of the guild. It is red. It's a bed, but you can't keep it. I guess I could just go to the inn. You've got a bed there to level up. This is why only being able to level up in your sleep on a bed is a stupid thing. Because there's just gonna be times where you can't do that. One of them are guild ownerships, so you can sleep in them. Okay, then there's one possible bed that I might be allowed to sleep in. Maybe. As long as the NPCs don't get to them first. Well, the NPCs did get to them first. So the idea doesn't work out. I assumed this was an inn. Clearly I was mistaken. Where the fuck?
Greetings.
I'll try waking her up and see if that's in a guild-owned bed. If it's not, I'm gonna be pissed. Who's this naked guy standing outside the guild?
What is it?
Why are you standing outside the guild without a shirt on? That's weird. You're really weird, dude. Naked and possibly oiled up orc man. Slightly concerning. It's like, what do you want? To know why you're naked and slightly glisteny? A reminder, this mage's guild, there are 3 beds in the building, 2 of them are owned.
What do you want?
Your
Take
bed.
care.
Son of a bitch! Alright, we're sitting here waiting until the sun comes up so I can sleep. So many places to put more beds here. There we go. There really isn't a good excuse for there not being more beds here. Ah, the real Berenzia. Like, here's a bed, it's owned. There's another bed downstairs, it's also owned. Oh, I'm sorry, there's 4 beds, 3 of which are owned, and one of which is behind a locked door. Like, you cannot tell me there's not so many places to put beds up here. It's supposed to be a communal living space. There's no reason to be that obtuse about the beds. Pissed about that. But that's also... I don't know why it defaults to that. I don't like... Okay. I do not like system and things being in the same menu as all the in-game stuff. Like, that... It shouldn't be. Those should not be part of the same setup. We're gonna save. And that's gonna do it for this one. I'm gonna stop the recording for YouTube here. Maybe. I'll see if the first recording kept. Really is the journal hotkey is broken. Yeah, I noticed. Wait, we'll see if I have to download the recording from Twitch for what happened earlier. I don't know if that one got saved. It might be fucked up. We'll see. If it is, I'll get it off Twitch and it'll all be one big one. If not, I'll just make it 2 videos and post both for the same day. It's fine. Anyway, stop the recording from YouTube here. Thank you so much for coming if you came. If you didn't come, you don't get a thank you. Bye-bye, YouTube.